Oh my goodness. Yes, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is unbelievable. This is mind-boggling. In the next 3 to 5 minutes, we shall be starting our lesson for today. So let's share the link. 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 We are about to start, ladies and gentlemen. We are about to start. We are about to start. We are about to start. If I had understood this, so let me just have Coach Ashraf confirm you. But in the next 4 minutes, we shall kick off our training. In the next 4 minutes, we shall kick off our training. Let me just have Coach Ashraf welcome you. Then we're going to be good to go.
All right, good morning, everybody. Thank you so much, Coach Julius. I believe everyone is excited. Now, for those of you who are from Uganda, and you understand Luganda and you were in the Luganda class, I think we have a pitch of what is about to be expanded here. So if you know someone that is English speaking and they were not able to attend the previous class, I think do a favor to that person and share this link. And to all of us, I've decided to attend the English class as well because the information is too good not to repeat it. All right, it is too good not to repeat it. So let's take this moment. Let's take this moment and welcome every single person that you know needs to be here. All right. Meanwhile, let me just check in the chat. Would you just go in the chat and tell us where you are connecting from? Can I know which countries are so excited to take this business to another level? Let me just know which country, which town are you joining in from. Can I just say good morning to you? Good morning to you. Only the people who are engaging in the chat box. Logan says he's coming from Kampala, Uganda. Good morning, brother Logan. Amazing. Thank you for joining in. Salim Mukasa connecting from Uganda. All right, Uganda is doing well. Kevin from Uganda. Well done, Ugandans, guys. This shows that we are really serious about the business. Wow, wow, wow. This is good. Ugandans. I thought this English class is mostly international colleagues. Okay, okay. Nick Daddy, good morning, Nick Daddy from Uganda. And Moses Iga from Uganda. Amazing. So you guys, you are not telling us which part of Uganda are you. Kalyango Luben. Businje. I think Businje. This gentleman should be from my friends of Masindi. Okay, Pretty Sugar. Amazing. We have now Kenya. I mean Russia. Okay, well done, well done. Thank you for joining in Businje. At least, I mean Pretty. At least you have broken that line of instead Ugandan is only to be on the call. Okay, we can see Vududa. Hey, Vududa, that's Uganda. Vududa, which part of that? Which side is Vududa in Uganda? One thing I know, it is that side of Palisa where my mother come from. Okay? It should be that side of Palisa, Vududa. If I'm not mistaken. That side of Palisa, so that side. No, my mother is from Palisa. So if you are here and you are from Palisa, I want to say hi to you. All right. Sunday, Gayaza Kampala, Uganda, iPhone. All right. Sunday, thank you for joining in. Amazing. I can see Logan says from Mukono. Logan was the very first person to comment. Now, let's not forget. What they are about to share with us this morning is an extraordinary information. I have seen a lot of people worried about the price movement of the coin ONF DAO. Some are making panic sales, and some are making panic sales. The other day, one of my champions came to me and said, "Coach, I want to withdraw my money. What's happening? I see the coin going down." Usually, I tell people that you only have fear if you are not enlightened. Okay, you only have fear if you are not enlightened. If you don't know what you are doing, if you don't have knowledge, you lack confidence. If you don't have knowledge, you lack confidence. So anything small can shake you and take you off topic. That's why I like Coach Julius, because this gentleman is very, very dedicated to empowering all of us with information, because only people who are informed are solid. They are unshakable. They know what is going on, so it doesn't matter. You see, when you buy Bitcoin today at 120,000, even if Bitcoin go down to as low as 50% of that price, maybe to 60,000, which is quite a lot. That's a very big discount. You won't be worried. Not many people will be worried. Majority of people who know Bitcoin and the fundamentals of Bitcoin and the possibility of it rising, they won't bother. What they will do, they will be excited to even buy more, because they know that Bitcoin is a solid project. I don't know if someone is getting what I'm saying. I'm not the one training. I want you to just make sure you understand the value and the power. Which country are you coming from? Are you excited? Are the people in your country excited about what is going on, what we are having in Oracle? Are you sharing the opportunity? All right. Back in the chat, I can see Elia Kiss from Uganda. Which part of Uganda, Elia Kiss? It's good to have you. Now, listen. If you are here and you type, okay, if you type the place where you are, maybe other members of Crypto Ambassadors are living in the same place. So things like events, you can organize yourselves, you can have meetups. So it's important to know where are you connecting from, which part. You find that you have another person in Mitiana, Kelvin. Yes, Kevin. Elia says is from Luwelo. Any other person from Luwelo here? You have a friend around there. Okay, let's continue sharing the link. We are 33. Can we make it 50? Okay, all right. I've noticed we have some leaders on the call that have connected. We have some leaders on the call. It's good to have you, my brother, my leader, Coach Dixon Oracle. This is one of our great leaders in Crypto Ambassadors. I like him. He's a very great teacher. And I think so many of us have learned so much from him. So much from him. Big up to you, Coach Dixon. Is there any other leader on the call that I should shout out to? By the way, Coach Dixon is a proud M1 leader. That simply means this gentleman does not sleep with less than $150 to $100 and above, which is very good money. All right, let's look at the chat. Any other person on the call that would love us to know where you are joining in? Where are you joining in from? All right, I see Mitiana. Okay, we have Moses Iga, Namungona. Any other person from Namungona? There you go. You have a friend of yours from Namungona doing the same business with the same mindset, excited about the future. Get to know him in case you are here. You might just have a great neighbor. Namungona team. All right. All right. I can see Makerere. Makerere, is that the university or just the area Makerere? Solomon is joining in from Makerere. Thank you for joining in and good morning, Solomon. I can see Kiwewesi Semambo. All right. Kiwewesi Semambo from Weyogelele, Kampala, Uganda. Amazing. My brother Semambo, good to have you and good morning. Anybody from Weyogelele, you have a business partner in your neighborhood. Okay, I can see Mbuya, Lodi David. Lodi David is from Mbuya. Okay, good to have you, my brother. Good morning, Lord David. Keep sharing the link, keep reminding everybody we are about to have our speaker on the call. I will request that once you are ready, just signal me, and then I will hand over the event to you. I think he's ready, the microphone is on. Now, continue bringing in those messages. Thank you for joining in, everybody. Mbale, Namisindwa. All right, people in Mbale, you have a friend there. UAE, Abu Dhabi, Rahim, Great Mukono. We have a lot of people connecting. Ugandans, shout out to you. Shout out to you guys. You are just amazing. Okay? You are just amazing. Ugandans, you are just amazing because I see that we are serious about the business.
Please,
the way
when you share business with a person like me, you rest. I'll take my time.
Okay, the way we have taken the business very serious. Big shout out to you all leaders in Uganda. So at this time, let's get in the chat room this time around. Don't tell me where you're joining in from, but welcome our top leader. Okay, thank you for connecting. Semba Sebale Faizo from UAE, Weyogelele, Kampala. Oh, Salim is in Weyogelele as well. So we have people. Oracle Kunjiri. Come on. If someone is in Rukunjiri, connect with Oracle. Oracle didn't tell us What is his name? Okay, so let's welcome our great leader, a man who loves helping people, a man that is so passionate about the business, someone that all of us will look up to when it comes to knowledge in crypto. He has proved to be a great leader. He has proved to be someone we can trust with our destinies when it comes to leadership. Ladies and gentlemen, with a lot of excitement, I don't want anybody to be behind. Let's welcome the one and only Coach Julius Kawanda.
All right. Thank you so much, Coach Ashraf, for the amazing welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's call. If you have a friend who's not here, you are going to miss. This is a mind blogging ideology. Had I known about this when I just got started into this opportunity, into cryptocurrency, I would be living a mind blogging lifestyle. All right. All right. So I'll not take your time. My topic for today is very simple. The price of ONF doesn't matter. Julius, what do you mean the price of ONF doesn't matter? Ladies and gentlemen, the cryptocurrency, like I say, it is innovative technology. I have said it several times. I want to repeat it. I define personally cryptocurrency as innovative technology, a technology that gives back the power of the people to be part of the internet. And to be part of the internet, ladies and gentlemen, is introducing DeFi finance versus traditional finance. And at the start of the journey of cryptocurrency is that for you to own part of the internet, not to just use the internet, cryptocurrency gives that value to the internet. And this only happens by us leveraging Web3 protocols that provide financial services to the people. And that's what I'm going to be able to break down today. But today, I want us to understand that the ONF project copies the Olympias DAO project. The ONF project uses the minting logics of 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 OHM, the minting logics of OHM. And so let me start from somewhere. So we are going to visit, we are going to be able to understand something mind blogging. Let me do my best. So I will go to CoinMarketCap and I'll pick up this token, OHM. OHM, because it is the project that we look at. It is the project that brought the ideology. If we get back to the PDF, just a little bit. Let me just pick up this PDF. I had not planned it to use it, but for learning purposes here, I think I need to pick it up. Okay. No. Guys, no. Okay. Just a minute. Just a minute. I thought I wouldn't use this, but I think I need to bring it to play so that maybe I bring the ideology. I bring the ideology. I bring the ideology very clearly. I had not planned to use this, but then, okay, I think this one will work. Okay. I'm just taking another leap of approach. to try to bring the best. I had not planned it to go this way, but my mind says that mm, my mind says that I should at least try to bring a leap about it. Just I'm picking it up here. Hope it works. Okay, this is a Japanese PDF, but I will focus on. Okay, let me leave it. Let me use live data. Okay, now listen, guys. The project that we mimic is OHM, and OHM is a project that decided to say, okay, let us build a project that will allow people to create more tokens. For example, Bitcoin, to create more tokens of Bitcoin, Bitcoin uses what we call proof of work. Proof of work consensus is using computing power and electricity to verify transactions onto the Bitcoin blockchain network to create more Bitcoin. And that's where we go to what we call the Bitcoin miners. I'm slow, but very strategic. But then Ethereum, to create more tokens of Ethereum in circulation, Ethereum uses a mechanism we call proof of stake. Okay? And other cryptocurrencies like Solana, Sui, Tone, and others, they leverage on different mechanisms through which cryptocurrencies get into the market. But there are also other cryptocurrencies that have set up a certain period of time when they release tokens in circulation. For example, when you go to this application called the Coin Market Curl, it provides what we call events that happen in crypto. Now, in certain cryptocurrencies like Ether today, Ether will be unlocking 40.6 million tokens. Now, we have seen that the only way tokens get into the market, via the Bitcoin network is simple, is through proof of work. The only way tokens get into circulation via the Ethereum network is through proof of stake. The same with Solana, the same with Cardano. It is proof of stake. But still you can see, I have said it and I'll say it several times, that cryptocurrencies that have their own blockchain, like Bitcoin, like Ethereum, are called coins. While cryptocurrencies that do not have their own blockchains are called tokens. It means that tokens are built on top of other blockchains. And the mechanism that tokens use to get their tokens into circulation mostly are what we call token unlocks. They create a strategy that after a certain period of time, these tokens will be brought into the market. They will be unlocked and the supply of these tokens will increase. So Bitcoin uses a mechanism that allows tokens to come into circulation through proof of work. Solana uses a proof of stake mechanism to allow tokens increase in the market. Now let us use Ether as a learning example. Then I take you through OHM, and this will basically help you understand better. So the ticker is ENA. A cryptocurrency has two names. It has the name. So this is the token. By CoinMarketCap, it's number 32. And the price of this token is 0.5998. Okay. Let's go into statistics, or what we call the tokenomics of the cryptocurrency, the details of the cryptocurrency. Ladies and gentlemen, the market cap, or the total amount of money in Ether, is $4.13 billion. The 24-hour volume is 399 million. But the maximum supply of these tokens is 15.00 billion Ether tokens. But currently, 6.88 billion tokens are already in circulation. Ladies and gentlemen, today as we speak, 40 million tokens are going to be added in the market. Should we expect the price of Ether to go up, or we expect the price of Ether to come down? Let me see in the chat if you are learning with me today. Let me see in the chat if you are learning with me today. Let me see in the chat if you are learning with me today. Let me see in the chat if you are learning with me today. The price of Ether today, 40 million tokens are going to be released in the market. It means that there are going to be an increased supply of these tokens. Now, question. Someone who's trading Ether today in the market, and they have drawn their charts very well. They have been able to draw areas of support and areas of resistance. Without that knowledge, will they be affected? Let me know in the chat. Will they be affected? Let me know in the chat. Someone who's good at technical analysis and has been able to perfectly draw their lines of support and resistance, and they are perfectly positive about the token, will they be affected? Definitely they will be affected, and they will lose money. Why? Because today 40 million tokens of Ether will be released in the market, and they don't have knowledge about it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, does the investor who bought Ether control when these tokens will be released in the market? Let me know in the chat. Does the investor who bought Ether control when these tokens will be released in the market? No. The founders of the token are in charge. Now, the difference between Bitcoin, the difference between Ethereum, the difference between these tokens and the project we are doing is here. Let us start from OHM, then I'm going to take you to ONF. So let's pick the token that we are looking at is OHM, okay? And let us just go about it so that you understand the ideology. Follow me closely as we travel. Olympias, a project that ONF is copying. I know most of you are saying, why is it copying ONF? Is it true that Ethereum was the first cryptocurrency in DeFi to bring decentralized finance? But Ethereum had its own challenges. Number one, it had high gas fees, it had high congestions, And today we have other cryptocurrencies that have copied Ethereum, that have provided better solutions than Ethereum. For example, Solana. For example, Cardano. For example, Hyper. For example, Sui. They're all into DeFi, but Ethereum was the first. So the ideology of staking, the power of staking is coming from a project called Olympus, the first project that brought the ideology where investors are in charge, where investors participate in creating more tokens in supply. How many of you copy? Investors, you are an investor that you are able to create more tokens. You are able to create more OHM tokens that you can be able to sell on the market. It's the business you are doing. That when you stake, when you bond, when you participate in treasuries, you are able to create more ONF tokens that you can sell. Is that message home? Let me know in the chat. When you bring your USDT, when you bring your ONF tokens into the ecosystem, your benefit, your business is creating more ONF tokens. Your business is creating more. Give me a 1 if that is clear. That's why you participate in the business. Your participation in the business is to create more ONF. And how do you create more ONF? By staking. How do you create more ONF? By participating in treasury bonds, by participating in treasury bonds. So when you come and participate in market maker bonds, the end goal, that's why when we get back here on your token pocket, let me just drive through very slowly, but I want to go very strategic. Okay, when I participate in market maker bonds, ladies and gentlemen, they are now in negative that I'm going to explain. You see, when I bring in my 5 ONF tokens, the only way I can make profit is by getting more ONFs that I can claim and I can sell on the market. That's the only way tokens get into circulation. But listen very closely. Why does the price of ONF doesn't matter? Let's dig deep. Olympus, the project we copy, is a logarithmic currency protocol. I'm going to explain what is a logarithmic currency protocol. The same way, the ONF is also a logarithmic currency protocol with the goal of becoming a stable crypto native currency. The goal of ONF is to become a stable crypto native currency. Now, ladies and gentlemen, through sometimes it is called a logarithmic stable coin. Now, let me explain. But before I explain a logarithmic stable coin, let's dig deep. Olympus is more keen to a central bank. Ladies and gentlemen, ONF is like a central bank. ONF is like a central bank. Since it uses reserve assets like DAI to manage its price. Ladies and gentlemen, ONF is like a stable bank that uses its reserves like USDT to manage the token price. And the goal to achieve the price stability while maintaining a floating market-driven price. That although it is using USDT to manage the price fluctuates. The price of the token keeps going up and the price of the token keeps going down. The big difference between OHM or ONF and stable coins like USDT, USDC is like it is not pegged one-to-one. For example, the reason why we call stable currencies stable is that 1 USDT is backed one-to-one to $1 US. Okay? But technically, the price of OHM is $1, and technically, the price of ONF is $1. Technically, I'll dig deep. Technically, the reason why this project was made is to make sure that the price of ONF never goes below $1. Do you copy? And I'm going to show you. Technically, the project was built. Whenever you bring, let me say, whenever you bring $100 of USDT into the ONF protocol, 100 ONF tokens are printed. It means that the goal is to make sure that the ONF token does not go below $1. But this logarithmic stablecoin that we have fluctuates. It goes above $1. It's not like the USDT, because for it is pegged 1-to-1. It will never exceed $1. But the logarithmic stablecoin that we have of ONF is to make sure that the price goes above $1, but the price never goes below $1. Give me a yes if that is home. I want you to understand. Give me a yes if that simple understanding is home. So what you will never see is the price of ONF going below $1. But what you will ever see is the price of ONF being above $1 and fluctuating. It will always fluctuate. It will always go maybe to $50. It will go, and I'm going to explain how that happens. Okay? So let's go slow. Ladies and gentlemen, it is important for you. Let me now come here. What makes Olympias DAO unique? Olympias DAO has been called one of the most interesting economic experiments in the DeFi space for several reasons. Number one, Olympus owns a treasury that mints and sells new ONF when it is trading above the price floor of $1. Listen to me. Olympus owns a treasury that mints and sells new ONF when it is trading above the price floor of $1, 1 USDT, and buys back and burns OHM when it is trading below that. I'm going to explain. And OHM is issued by a process called bonding. So listen to me, guys, very clearly. Let me get back here onto the Oracle DAO protocol. These are called bonds at sale. These are bonds at sale. Now, what is the importance of these bonds? The importance of these bonds is simple. Whenever the system needs more USDT, it will be able to print ONF tokens and sell you these ONF tokens at a discount. For example, the price of ONF is at $24. If the system needs USDT to back up the price of the token, you will find that these bonds are in negative. They are, in positive. But now that the system does not need USDT in the market, it is selling you these tokens in negative, meaning the token is at 24, but they are selling you the token at 28, meaning there is no ability for you to buy the token at a discount. What they are trying to do right now is to allow people participate in staking. And staking is meant to reduce the circulating supply. of these tokens in the market, whenever people come and stake, they reduce the circulating supply of these tokens in the market. That will definitely cause the price of the token to go up. So, ladies and gentlemen, the market makers, the staking, and the treasury are the ones that provide what we call a logarithmic stable currency. And what is a logarithmic stable currency? Let me explain. What is a logarithmic stable currency? Let me explain. Simple. A logarithmic stable coin is actually, it uses logarithmic underneath, which issues more coins when the price goes up. It issues more coins when the price goes up and buys them off the market when the price falls. Are we following? A logarithmic stable currency, it issues more coins when the prices goes up. Now remember, we have understood that. Let me come here on market maker bonds. Let me come here on market maker bonds. We have understood that bonds are meant to give you ONF price at a discount. It means that when you bring USDT, more tokens will be printed at a cheaper price. How many are following? When you bring your USDT, more tokens will be printed at a cheaper price. That's why they are giving you these tokens at a discount. And when they give you these tokens at a discount, the price of the token will come down. But now what they want to do is to cause the price of the token to go up. So the only way is to buy back the tokens through staking. Is to buy back the circulating supply of these tokens through staking. So you go on an open market in Bioeconomy, in LBank, in Jucoin, buy those tokens at a cheaper price. Come and lock them up. As more people do it, ladies and gentlemen, the price of the token goes up. How many have understood that? And this is the philosophy. This is the philosophy. And when the price of the token is skyrocketing, what will they do? They will make the discount here at Treasury, because it is Treasury that increases the circulating supply of these tokens. They will make sure that these bonds are cheaper. And once they are cheaper, the goal will be to increase the circulating supply of the token. Once the token is pumping, simple. Once the token is pumping, treasuries will be cheap. Once the token is low like it is, you will only be able to participate through staking to reduce the circulating supply. How many are okay with that? Then I got something else. How many have understood that? Then I got something else. How many have understood that? Give me a one if it is understood. 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 Now I'm going to something very unique. Why does the price of the token, to you, it doesn't matter? But before I go to why does the price of the token doesn't matter, yesterday I had a strong argument. And I want to take you through this argument, although it is private, although it is a private argument, but I believe as I build a community, I don't have secrets. Those of you who have worked with me for a very long period of time, one thing you'll be assured with me is leadership protection. One thing you'll be assured with me is my ability to stand up for my community. One thing you will be assured with me is that I will always be there, not because I own the project, but I will always be there for my community to make sure that I fight for my community without caring of who feels how and how they feel. That's why in the previous project I was working with, I left. And the reason why I left is not that I will not be making money. It's because the community I'm leading will not be making money. I'm not a selfish leader who thinks about myself all the time. I'm a leader who wants to provide leadership whenever it is necessary at the right time. So yesterday, this is the top leaders group. I stood out and I said, hey leaders, what can we do? I need a joint effort to push this token at an average price of 50. Because I know, this is what I know, ladies and gentlemen. Listen to me very critically. This is what I know. Whenever the price of ONF goes down, the money in the market makers is supposed to go onto the market and buy all the tokens. That's what I know, because that's why the OHM uses that whenever the price of the token goes down, the market maker bonds are supposed to go in the market. How many are still following? Are supposed to go in the market and buy the tokens. And buy the tokens. And once they buy the tokens at a cheaper price, the price of ONF will go higher. But I'm very grateful to the Oracle Foundation. But I'm going to get there. Let's first continue. Okay, so our greatest upline, Black Hitman, came up and said, the market makers need to do something. Okay, so I will not take you through all the discussion that we went through, but here is the message from our greatest upline of all times, guys. This guy is very superb. He made me understand the project, but let me also make you understand the project. He said that from another angle, Oracle is almost perfect. Market makers must play a role to ensure that the price of ONF is above 50 USDT. Buy all the cheap tokens and start listing new prices at $50. Meaning that whenever the price of the token goes down, the money in the market makers comes up, buys all tokens at a cheaper price, and rises it above immediately. Listen to me and go slow before you get excited. So, okay. Then I said that exactly this is what the opportunity says. We made a calculation. The price was at $22. And by buying in the market makers, if the market makers participate, they would have bought 5 million. But when you come here in the Oracle Foundation, in the market makers, there is a volume of 15 million. Can you imagine? Can you imagine, ladies and gentlemen? There is a volume of 15 million, meaning that if they buy the whole circulating supply by only 5 million, the price of the token will go above $50. But I love the Oracle Foundation. Okay, so let's go slow because, okay, now listen to me. Here comes one of the developers of the project, and he says, market fluctuations are normal. The ONF Olympus DAO mechanism is based on amount of coins earned. As long as the platform continues to move forward, investors will earn a stable profit regardless whether the price is high or low. Now, I want to take you back to the mechanism of ONF of Olympus DAO, just a little bit. Okay, so now we have understood that basically when the price goes up, 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 there should be release of new coins through treasury in Oracle so that the price stabilizes. And when the price goes down, the market makers must come in and participate and buy off these tokens at a cheaper price to cause the price to rise up again. That is how the system works. But I want to be very grateful to the Oracle Foundation that they did not connect the smart contract on exchanges to be repeatedly buying whenever the price comes down, and to be repeatedly releasing coins whenever the price goes up. And this was the previous mistake that happened during the hack of Jucoin and Elbank. whenever the price was manipulated and the price went down, immediately the market makers bought the price and it went up. Okay, then the hacker dragged the market down, and this automatically was just playing with the price. And this time around, listen very critically. Okay, so we argued, but this is what okay. So I will share that later. Okay, let me just pick up something. This is too much, but okay, all right. So now what they are going to do is simple. What they are going to do is simple. Remember, when you sell these tokens, they remain in the exchange. So what they are going to do, ladies and gentlemen, he told us yesterday, where is that? Where is that? Where is that? Where is that? Okay, he said that some internal information is inappropriate to be released now. If you have no faith in ONF, if you let them go. But what the platform is doing is that as people are selling off these tokens in the exchange, I'm going to show it to you on the OHM. They are going to start banning. Where is that message? Whenever I touch it, it disappears. Okay. Whenever I touch it, it disappears. Whenever I touch it, it disappears. I don't know. So he said that the platform, okay, let me start from here. He said that the platform will implement series of price maintenance action, and one of them is to ban tokens. They are going to start banning tokens. So when tokens get into circulation, I don't see it here. I don't know where it goes. I don't know where it goes. Okay, but banning will start soon. I don't know where the message disappears. Okay, so banning will start soon. What are they going to do? They are going to start banning the tokens in circulation. But let me take you and see that this has been present. It is not a new phenomenon. Okay, so let me go to OHM again, the Olympus DAO project. Okay, this has been present. It is not something new. Okay. Where is that? Where is that? Where is that? Okay, so I will show you. Look here. Let me read you this in details because it's what is already happening and already coming into the ONF project. Okay, so listen to me, guys. Let me start from here. Olympus owns a treasury that mints the tokens and sells new OHM when it is trading above the price floor of $1. Okay, and buys back and bans OHM. Have you seen that? Give me a one in the chat if you have seen that. So what they are going to introduce is that whenever you sell these tokens into circulation, they are going to create a banning mechanism. And the banning mechanism is meant that after tokens are sold off, to maintain a very nice price is to ban some of those tokens in circulation back. How much are they banning? Back, how much are they banning? I want you to see the future. I want you to see the future. Okay, so let me go to Aave.ai. Let me go to Aave.ai. I'll paste the contract address already in. I'll not focus on the price because this is a decentralized platform. I will just get here. When I get time, I'll discuss how decentralized platforms work because there is need to educate. Look here. Okay. After the hack, on 31st of August 2025, 20 million tokens were locked. 20 million tokens were locked. and 20 are put in supply. And these 20 million tokens that are in supply are acting as liquidity. Remember, ONF doesn't have any liquidity pool on decentralized exchanges. It doesn't have any liquidity pool on decentralized exchanges. Our liquidity is seated in exchanges like LBank, Ucoin, Bioeconomy, and which one? And CoinHome. This is where the 20 million tokens are. And so once they create a banning mechanism, it means that they are going to ban the circulating supply, because the only way more tokens come into circulation is when me and you stake, is when me and you buy bonds. Okay, having given you that clear picture, listen, guys. Listen very closely. Okay. Now, where was me? So OHM is issued through a process of bonding. Through a process of bonding, users can sell assets like DAI to the treasury and receive OHM at a discount. It means that when you come and lock your USDT here, when you come on market makers and buy any bond, bring your USDT, you are getting ONF tokens at a discount. ONF at a discount. So currently, since the price is low, there is no discount. How many are following? This is technical class. How many are following? This is technical class. How many are following? I want to create a deep understanding of what we have. I want you to understand what we have. Because when you understand what we have, you are going to decide to do this with your heart. Whenever the price goes low, you will understand it's an opportunity for you to participate. Okay, so let me go slow. Let me go slow. Through bonding. Okay. They can also choose to provide OHM to the liquidity pools. Okay, that one is okay. So users can also stake. OHM. Now, Olympus DAO was using SushiSwap. It was using SushiSwap. But ONF. Let me take you back to the roadmap. Very fast. Let me take you to the roadmap very fast. Let me take you to the roadmap. Where is my roadmap? Okay, good. Very fast. Here is the roadmap. Listen. Olympus DAO was using SushiSwap. But in the year 2026-2028, ONF is going to integrate its own decentralized exchange. That's why all decentralized exchanges that say that they are trading ONF, the liquidity is not provided by the ONF protocol. Our liquidity is only on Bioeconomy, LBank, Ucoin, and CoinHome. But in the year 2026 to 2028, they are bringing their own decentralized exchange, and that's where liquidity will be provided. You get that? Do you get it? Okay, so they say users can also choose to stake OHM, which reduces the circulating supply, reducing the supply of OHM on open market creates value for the protocol. Are we following? So currently what is happening is that users, me and you, the user, we can go buy ONF in the market. And when we buy ONF in the market, we are able to reduce the circulating supply of ONF. That's what I'm talking about here. Okay? All right, okay? And the staking rewards are extremely high on Olympus and not north 7,000% APY at the time of writing, down from 100,000 at the beginning of the protocol. Moreover, staking rewards auto compound every 8 hours. Ladies and gentlemen, I have seen people who say, why is the APY? Why is the APY too high? Why is the return too high? And the goal is simple. The reason why the return is too high is because they want you to reduce the circulating supply. Listen to me. The goal of these rewards is to reward users for accumulating more ONF instead of hoping for an appreciation of OHM in USD. That instead of you hoping that the price of ONF will rise against the USDT, you are going to receive very good money by staking ONF to get ONF in return, because you are accumulating more ONF. You are getting a high reward for accumulating more ONF instead of you hoping for the price of ONF to rise. The protocol acknowledges that the price of OHM cloud potentially could go down in dollars in the long run. However, the goal of aggressive accumulation strategy is to expand the protocol market capitalization and grow its treasury. Now listen, although Olympus did initially not have any user case beyond growing its treasury, it recently announced the launch of Olympus Pro. And with Olympus Pro, the DAO will provide its bonds as a service to selected partner protocols, allowing them grow their own. That's why from the start, ONF is bringing a Visa card. How many of you are now following? ONF is bringing a Visa card because Olympus DAO did not have a user case that, apart from growing our treasury by people staking and locking tokens, it is bringing what we call Oracle Pay, a Visa card that is issuing very soon, that is going to be practical in Apple Pay, Google Pay, PayPal, Alipay, WeChat, Line Pay, Venon, ChatGPT, Casa, Madjane, Polypex, Winkata, Nito, Aminiki, Telegram, Discord, Amazon, EB, Shopify, Temu, Alibaba, Izepe, Igebin, Glibinin, Nestolen, Nickfeather, Seminit, Civigidin, Saminit, Sabigidid, Taminit, Netflix, YouTube, US Packard event is going to introduce a credit card that is also going to be practical for all these services. How many are following? How many are following? Give me a 2. Should I continue? The day I understood what I'm involved in, at first I was a joker. At first I was like everybody. At first I was like, how many of you thought that this is a normal cryptocurrency like Ethereum? How many of you were like me? And whenever the token went down, I would feel bad. I would feel bad. I'm about to show you why the price doesn't matter. Because as long as you are accumulating more ONF, every time I was worried about the price of ONF. Look here, guys. Let's continue. Hey! This is Fantastimalogobonoyas. Ladies and gentlemen, the reason why you are given a high return, moreover, the staking rewards automate every 12 hours. Here it was 8 hours, ours is 12 hours. The goal of this high reward is to reward users for accumulating more OHM instead of hoping for the appreciation of OHM in prices. The reason why you are getting more ONF. Look here, guys. Back to the calculator. Back to the calculator. That if you stake 50 ONF, if you stake 50 ONF for a full year, at the end of the year, you will have 748. Let's take an example. Let me say I started when ONF is 80. But after 1 year, I have 748 ONF. And ONF is at $10. Am I still profitable? Am I still profitable? Even when ONF is at $5, maybe there could be a difference. But let us take an average of $10. Am I still profitable? And to prevent the price to go lower, they are now going to introduce a banning mechanism. They are going to introduce a Visa card. How many of you are now understanding? They're going to ban the tokens. They're going to introduce a Visa card. They're going to introduce a decentralized exchange to increase utility and use of the token. How many are understanding? How many are now understanding? How many have understood that this is not a normal project? This is not like Solana. This is not like Nairo going up and going down. Give me a 2 if you have understood. So the reason why you should not focus on the price of the token, what should you focus on? You should focus on how many tokens you are getting, because that's where your business is. That Peter, you have staked 50 tokens. At the end of the month, you still have your 50 tokens, but you have got a profit of 12 tokens. For example, if I buy 50 tokens, let me say at $30, I buy these tokens at $30. At the end of the month, I have a profit of 12 tokens. Even if I sell them at 25, I have a profit of $300. The reason why you are being paid is not to focus on the price of the token, is to collect more tokens. And that's what the project of OHM was all about. And I want to repeat the statement again. The goal of these high rewards is to reward users for accumulating OHM. Is the message home? Is the message home? Now, question. Does the price of ONF matter? Does the price of ONF matter? Question. According to the lesson, does the price of ONF matter? Question. But you have also seen the project is not saying that they want the price to come down. They are putting up mechanisms that will allow us to profit better. Back to the ecosystem. Okay. Now the Olympus DAO, let me first show you. The OHM token has been able to run through their first V1. They are now on their V2, but they have also developed what we call the governance OHM. Now, let me take you back to the roadmap. In phase 3, which will be in 2028, yes, they will launch the on-chain financial shutter initiative, but they will also establish the Oracle International Governance Council. The Oracle International Governance Council. But when you look at the OHM Governance Council, the Governance Council token is at $6,000. Imagine in 2028, 3 years from now, because the Olympus DAO project has started in 2021. Look here, guys. Imagine in 2028, after all the roadmap is successful, because so far, let us focus on the roadmap. Let us start with the roadmap. So far, they have been able, 2025, 2026, they have launched the ONF tokens. They have deployed the multi-staking mechanism. You can stake 24 hours, 30 days, 90, 180, it is working. They have also brought in the on-chain deployment of treasury bonds and market maker bonds, which allow USDT to be brought on the system and you receive ONF at a discount. They are now doing an internal beta testing of the Oracle Global Card, the OGC card, and they are expanding in regions. They are doing regions in South Korea. They have introduced the Coin Home Exchange. In Thailand, they have, no. In South Korea, they have introduced by economy. It works very well. In Thailand, they have introduced Coin Home. In other countries like Taiwan, Vietnam, Singapore, Hong Kong, and Malaysia, these other exchanges, L-Bank and Ucoin, are working very well. But as we speak today, they didn't think about Africa, but we are already here. Woo! How many are understanding? This lesson is not for everybody. That's why everybody is not supposed to be a billionaire. How many have understood? They're already successful on their journey. Are you copying? Are you copying? Are you following? So by the time they introduce the council, that will be 2028. Number one, the locked 20 million tokens will now be unlocking. The locked 20 million tokens will be unlocking with 5% every month. Most of you, if they will not be millionaires, most of you will be multi-billionaires. And that's why we have recently created our amazing strategy. And we have said, create a passive income with Oracle. Create a passive income with Oracle. For example, you say, let me stake 50 tokens every month. Now the token is around $25 to $30. When you stake 50 tokens, you have a chance. The token is around 50. The token is around 24. That's around $1,200. At the end of the month, you'll have 12 tokens in return. Even if you sell at 25, you'll have $300. This is profit. You return your 50 tokens, and every month you are earning 300 tokens. Every month, this is free residual income. Question, does it mean, according to what I have shown you, that the token will consistently be at $25? Give me some answers in the chat. Does it mean that when I'm earning 12 tokens, when I'm earning 12 tokens per month, does it mean that the token price will be at $25? According to what I have shown you, what is more prosperity? Is the token going lower? Is the token going higher? What is more possible? Is the token going lower? Is the token going higher? According to what I have shown you. We are creating, we are saying, look, create passive income. Maybe you say, let me stake 100 tokens every month. After a month, you'll have a profit of 24.9 tokens. Let's get to a calculator. So every month you have 24.9 as profit. Times 25, you have $622 passive income. Maybe you say, so how much have you invested? If you do it now, it's at 100. The token is at 24. You'll have invested $2,400. But you still have your 100 tokens, meaning that when this token gets to 50, your investment is $5,000. Let me speak to you so that you understand what is the power of cryptocurrency. Listen, guys, listen. Peter is a trader. Peter is a trader. He got into BNB when BNB was at $10. Stephen is a holder. He got into BNB when BNB was at $10. Now, Stephen kept his 10 BNB. Stephen kept his 10 BNB. And Peter has been trading BNB. Today, BNB is at $1,000. Who's more happy? Stephen or this one? The trader or Stephen? Who is more happy? Who is more happy? The trader or Stephen? Who is more happy? Let me see in the chat. Let me see in the chat. Who's more happy? Who is more happy? The trader or Stephen? Stephen is more happy. But look here. Did you know? Did you know? Did you know? Did you know that with our strategy, you are both a trader and a holder? With our strategy, you are both a trader and a holder? Look here, guys. Look here, guys. You stake, let me say 100 tokens for a month. Okay? You stake 100 tokens for a month. Let's say the token is at 24. 24 times 100. You invest $2,400. At the end of the month, you get 24.9 tokens. You sell them. You sell them, right? At a profit of how much? At a profit of let me say $25. You earn $625. But you leave your 100 the next month, and the next month the token is at, let me say, $30. Your $2,400 is now $3,000. You still make a profit of 24.9. Now you are selling at 30. You earned 622, but this month you are earning $744. You stake your 100 tokens again the next month, and the next month the token is at 50. You now have a value of $5,000. You still earn 24.9 tokens. Now you are selling at 50. You are now earning $1,245, meaning that you are still benefiting from the long-term rise of the token, but still you are earning passive income. How many of you have understood? Because you are able to benefit from the long-term rise of the project, but at the same time, you are making profit from the project. Hey! Nagugu mata kama kuku. How many have understood? Give me a 2 if you have understood. You are not losing your tokens, but you are still able to profit from the business. You are earning from the long-term projection of the project, but you are also earning from the short-term projection of the project. Because, ladies and gentlemen, how many of you have sold certain tokens and felt pain when they rise? Give me a 1 if you have had that experience. But look here, you are benefiting for locking your tokens, and you are still able to profit from the long-term stay of the project. How many of you, if you had a dream of building a house, of getting into real estate, you had a dream of starting a tax-free business for my fellow Ugandans, you had a dream of driving your dream car, but still remain financially stable, you had a dream of being able to pay your bills with a peace of mind, you had a dream of being able to participate in huge projects, but you can start small today and be able to achieve your goals and your dreams. You can be able to live a life of your desire. You can be able to get off the stress of this world, that every day you wake up to chase money, but you live a life that you deserve. Why? Why? Because you are allowing technology to be part of your life. You are allowing technology to take pursuit of your life. You are allowing technology to participate in your future. I don't have much to say, but if you have been able to learn something, ONF is back at $26. Missed opportunity. People have missed opportunity. Back at 26, missed opportunity. If I've done you a very good service, I will just call back. I see someone with a hand. Let me ask you to unmute. But I will hand over Coach Ashraf right now as I take some water.
Yeah, thank you, leader, for that well elaboration of the business. I have had this question through your presentations. You have been telling us that the contract address can never be retrieved, so there is nothing much that can be changed on this project. Things to do with road and the rest. So I'm wondering, how will the banning process, if the information on the contract address cannot be retrieved, how will that be done? Secondly, if the owners of the project cannot again access this contract address, how will it be done then to unlock their tokens when the 3 years expire? Thank you.
Okay, number one. Your first question was, how will the tokens be banned? The tokens are already in the exchange. It's a circulating supply. Keep your microphone on. The circulating supply of 200,000 tokens are already in the market, and they will be burnt in exchanges. Is that answered?
Okay, yes.
Have you understood that? Your second question is that the tokens are locked.
And the owners have no access at all.
On what? on the locked tokens. They are not locked on a smart contract. They are locked on a pink cell. These tokens were sold. And once sold, they were locked. You get what I mean? They were locked on the blockchain. They were not locked on the smart contract. They were locked. They cannot be accessed. But they were sold. You get what I mean? I come with my money. You sell me 10 million tokens at a certain price so that they will be liquidity. You see, for you, when you want to sell, you go and sell, right?
Yes.
But our money that we are investing is here. For example, look here on market makers. Our 15 millions are here. They are not in the market. You get what I mean? But whose money are we buying on? And whose money are we selling on? It is the pink cell. You get what I mean? But the tokens are locked. They provided the money, but their goods were locked for 3 years. So after 3 years, they are allowed to unlock their money. Is the message home now?
Well understood. Well understood. Yeah, it was confusing me.
Okay.
But now I've gotten it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Now you see why all my blood vessels and the blood is in the business.
Exactly.
Guys, anybody who knows a company that makes aeroplanes, please reach out to me. My dreams are getting bigger. You know a company that makes aeroplanes, please reach out to me. How can we track how much we have minted? Okay. This is a very simple question. These are bonds on sale. These are your bonds. This is what I have minted. This is claimable balance is part of my capital. Block production reward is my profit. Claimable balance, 12 coins. Block production reward is my profit, 43 tokens. Even in staking, if you brought USDT, you tap on market makers. If you staked, you tap on staking. Here I can check. Yesterday I staked 62 tokens, claimable 1 token, block production reward 0.2. The other day I staked 229 tokens, claimable tokens 11. Production reward profit 2.5. The 2.5 is my profit, my mintable profit. I hope that one I have answered. Next question in the chat. Yeah, aeroplane. Yeah, they call it aeroplane. They call it what? How legit is the business and how long is it gonna take? Does it have a period of existence? No, the business is long term. It doesn't have a period of existence. It's called aeroplane. Any more questions? All right, guys. I hope 1 hour and 40 minutes is enough. If you have learned something, drop me some love hearts and I see. If you have enjoyed today's training, yes, it was a master class. Yes, today was a master class. What if I want to start with $25? What if? Please, you can, but that is very little money. Increase your investment. But you can. That is 1 coin. It is even less than 1 coin. You can, please. You can. Okay, let me call back Leader Ashraf to close today's session. Thank you so much for today, ladies and gentlemen. See you on 9th, on 9th. See you in Kampala at Golf Horse Hotel. Ladies and gentlemen, don't miss. I have a lot of ideologies about this project that I will be breaking down for you into a step-by-step process, show you how you can win better, show you how you can earn passive income. It is a proven project that has one that has existed for the last 4 years, meaning that the coming 4 years will also be superb. Love you all, ladies and gentlemen, and allow me say goodbye. Back to you, Coach Ashraf. Thank you, everybody.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Julius. And guys, let's just give him some flowers in the chat. Let's just give him some flowers in the chat. Come on. That was amazing.